This thin section shows irregularly shaped grain boundaries. The rock is composed of interlocking crystals rather than detrital grains that are rounded or angular in shape. Crystals are not aligned, so that the rock does not have a banded appearance. This rock is probably an igneous rock. Most of the grains are less than 0.25 millimeters in size, but some grains are larger in size, so the rock has a porphyritic texture. The larger crystals are called phenocrysts. Under plain polarized light, most of the grains are colourless or cloudy and have low relief, which means that most of them do not stand out from the section any more than the other grains. A few are light brown or yellow-brown in colour. Some minerals that are opaque to transmitted light also occur. These accessory minerals are probably iron oxides. Most of the phenocrysts are composed of plagioclase feldspar and form euhedral crystals, that is, crystals that are well formed with sharp, easily recognised faces. In plain polarised light, two types of feldspar phenocrysts can be recognised. One has a spongy-looking core, the other does not. Both are colourless or cloudy, have low relief and are not pleochroic, that is, they do not change colour as the stage is rotated. Differences between the two are clearer to see under cross polars. Both types of feldspar show low first-order interference colours and show an inclined extinction pattern as the stage is rotated. This means that the mineral goes into extinction when the long direction of the mineral is neither east-west nor north-south. Crystals which have spongy-looking cores are less abundant. These crystals were out of equilibrium with the magma and were beginning to melt before the magma was quenched during eruption. The more abundant phenocrysts, which are the feldspars with no spongy-looking cores, show more complex concentric growth and zoning patterns. These reflect complex cooling conditions in the magma and changes in the physical and chemical conditions in the magma chamber in which they grew. In these zoned crystals, the cores and rims of the crystals contain different amounts of calcium and sodium. The occurrence of two populations of phenocrysts in this rock resulted from the mixing of two magmas of differing composition. This process, which is common in nature, took place in the subvolcanic magma chamber and/or in the eruption conduit before eruption occurred. The Plagioclase feldspar phenocrysts show a wide range of grain sizes. The largest are up to 1 millimeter in length. Some of the smaller feldspar phenocrysts show multiple twinning. Pyroxene and minor amounts of amphibole also occur in this rock. In plain polarized light, the pyroxene has high relief. It is a light brown colour and shows a very faint pleochroism. This means it darkens slightly as the stage is rotated. Pyroxene crystals are easier to see under cross polars. Here you can see the bright up to second order interference colours. It is also possible to see in 8-sided basal sections through the pyroxene crystals two cleavages at nearly 90 degrees to each other. Cleavages are at 87 or 93 degrees to each other. The amphibole is a yellow-brown colour in plain polarised light and has high relief, so it stands out from the other crystals. It is pleochroic, which means it changes to a darker colour as the stage is rotated. It is possible to pick out two cleavages at 60 degrees and 120 degrees to each other. Under cross polars, the mineral shows up to second order interference colours. In summary, this rock is made of a mass of interlocking crystals less than 0.25 millimeters in size, but but it includes some larger euhedral crystals up to 1 mm in size. It is a fine-grained crystalline igneous rock which contains larger crystals called phenocrysts, so it has a porphyritic texture. The main minerals making up the rock are plagioclase, feldspar and pyroxene. Small amounts of amphibole and opaque iron oxides also occur. The larger crystals, or phenocrysts, are made of plagioclase feldspar, and two sorts of plagioclase occur. Phenocrysts are set in a ground mass composed of plagioclase feldspar, pyroxene, amphibole and opaque oxides. The rock is a porphyritic andesite. It is an igneous rock that crystallised as lava that erupted from an intermediate magma chamber.